Good evening, everyone. This is RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 season is on the air. Today's date is June 21st, 99. We are at Bank One Ballpark for a National League matchup between the Cincinnati Reds and the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Reds come into this game a record of 30-35. They are right now 4 games back of second place in the National League Central. Remember, you must be the top 2 in order to get in the postseason. The Diamondbacks are 40-29. They lead the National League West. They have a nice lead on the Giants and the Dodgers right now. So the Reds are trying to get back into this. The Diamondbacks trying to hold on to first in the NL West as we get closer and closer to July and the All-Star break. So what will happen tonight here at Bank One Ballpark between these two? Clay baseball fan Brian B. and Ben Witts are first to join us here at Bank One Ballpark. The Reds historically won this game 7-4. They had 15 hits and no errors. The D-backs had 9 hits and 1 error, but of course we all know Inside Pitch has a mind of its own. I'm sure Brian B. will be more than happy to take command of his Reds during this game, and we are all set and ready to go for a very important National League matchup. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. Starting pitcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight is Brian Anderson. 8 wins, 2 losses, save a .457 ERA in 99. He gets the call. We are at Bank One Ballpark. In 99, this was neutral. 185 home runs, -2 to walks is the only adjustment Bank One Ballpark will do tonight. A neutral park. So, but then, of course, 185 home runs, you call that neutral in 99. That would be a hitter's park in any other season, like in the 70s or 80s. Craig Scarborough joins us here at Bank One Ballpark. So, if we are set and ready to go, a good crowd here at the Diamond, and we're set and ready. Let's play some baseball. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Reds, second baseman Pokey Reese, 285 average, 10 homers, 52 RBIs. We're going to use brown, white, and white dice. Diamondbacks are the home team, and we're ready to play as David Vega joins us here at Bank One Ballpark. Let's play some inside pitch. Anderson, 4-3, strikeout 5. He got him. And that will be the first strikeout for Anderson. He had 75 of them in 99. Next up is the right fielder, Jeffrey Hammonds, 279 average, 17 homers, 41 RBIs. Anderson, 1-1, range play. Hammonds, 6-6, ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Matt Williams. Williams was pretty good. His range is a 4, but he's not going to get that one, and that's going to be a base hit. Hammonds will go and get a single, and he will hold it first. Next up, the first baseman, Sean Casey, 332 average, 25 homers, 99 RBIs. That is an excellent season. Hammonds had 3 steals, and he's not. That's a 20. Anderson fires to first and will balk. Anderson did not come to a complete stop, and Hammonds will go to second. That will be a balk. So Anderson gives up a balk, and Hammonds will go to second. We'll re-roll the strategy, and that takes away the double play. And nothing on the 12. Doug Hunt and XSG2 join us here at Bank One Ballpark. Anderson, 2-4. That's a blank. Casey, 4-3, and that's a ground ball to short. That'll get handled there by Fox. Fox throws the first for out number 2, and Hammonds, he will hold. Hit very hard, and Hammonds did not have a chance to break for a chance to get to third base. 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Greg Vaughn. This guy could belt it. 245 average, 45 homers, 118 RBIs. Midlife crisis, and Art Shackle join us here at Bank One Ballpark. Strategy roll for Hammonds. He'll stay put. Anderson, 5-2. It's a blank. Vaughn, 1-2 against the lefty. It's a base hit right past third. Hammonds will come around easily. He will score, and the Reds take a quick 1-0 lead. Hammonds does have the speed from second to score. And it is 1-0 in favor of the Redlegs. RBI single by Vaughn. And now that'll bring up the shortstop. Hall of Famer, Barry Larkin. Yeah, absolutely. And one of the greatest shortstops of all time. 293 average, 12 homers, 75 RBIs in 99. Vaughn on at first, and he will stay there. Anderson, 4-4, strikeout, got him. Larkin didn't strike out much, but he will there. Second strikeout for Anderson, and that will end the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, and a balk. And the balk allowed the Reds actually to get the hit, to get the run. And we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds tonight is Steve Parris. 11 wins, 4 losses, a 3.50 ERA, and 99. There's nothing wrong with those. I'll take those stats. Bottom of the first, leading off for the Diamondbacks, right fielder Tony Womack. 277 average, 4 homers, 41 RBIs, and 99. Frank S. joins us here at Bank One Ballpark. Parris, 3-2, hit by pitch. No. Womack, 3-2, grounder right back to the pitcher. And Parris will go ahead and handle that and toss it over. Next up is the second baseman, Jay Bell. 289 average, 38 homers, 112 RBIs that year. That's a good season. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Bank One Ballpark. Parris, 5-2, error on a throw. Bell, 3-5. Nope, that's going to be a fly out. Fly ball center field. Coming under that is going to be Mike Cameron, and that'll be out number 2. And the next batter is the left fielder, Luis Gonzalez. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. 336 average, 26 homers, 111 RBIs that year. I think Luis Gonzalez was a very stable player. Parris will go ahead and pitch. 4-4. That's a pitcher result. A 1-16. That's going to be a base hit right past the pitcher, and Gonzalez is going to get a single. So base hit for Luis. He'll head to first. And now the third baseman, Matt Williams. I put him in the Hall of the Very Good. 303 average, 35 homers, 142 RBIs. Peter Tork joins us here at Bank One Ballpark. Gonzalez had 9 steals, and he won't get one here. Parris, 6-3, home run result. And that's going to be, not a problem. That one is going to be pretty much high, deep, and gone. Kaboom! Home run, Matt Williams. Stadium cheers. Yay! "6-3 is a home run result against a righty of 15. That's an 11, and it is 2-1 Diamondbacks. And that might have, and as Ben Witt says, it might have landed in the pool. So a 2-run bomb by Williams. Williams had 35 home runs, so he's very capable of hitting them out. And now the center fielder, Steve Finley, 264 average, 34 homers, 103 RBIs that year. Ernest Cruz joins us here at Bank One Ballpark. Parris, 3-5, error on a grounder. Finley, 3-4. That's hit into right field. That's going to be a double to right. Jeffrey Hammond's error rating is a 0. He won't make an error. He'll corral it and toss it in. So the Diamondbacks are not done, as Finley now gets a 2-out double. And now the first baseman, Travis Lee, 237 average, 9 homers, 50 RBIs that season. Still 2 outs, but now 2-1 D-backs. Finley will stay put. Parris, 6-2, strikeout, no. Lee, 1-1. That's a grounder to third. That'll be handled easily by Mark Lewis, and he'll toss it over to first, and that will end the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, a 2-run bomb by Matt Williams. And the Diamondbacks have a 2-1 lead after 1. We go to the second. Leading off for the Natty will be the third baseman, Mark Lewis. 254 average, 6 homers, 28 RBIs. Don't know much about him. Anderson will deal. Anderson, 4-4, strikeout, got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Third strikeout for Anderson. He had 75 of them in 99. Not really a strikeout pitcher. Here's the catcher, Eddie Taubensee. 311 average, 21 homers, 87 RBIs. Nothing wrong with those stats for a catcher. Anderson, 4-6. That's at the park. Bank one ballpark, 1-5. And that's grounded to third. Easily picked up by Williams. And Williams tosses it for out number 2. Here's the center fielder, Mike Cameron. 256 average, 21 homers, 66 RBIs. Respectable season. Anderson will deal. Anderson, 6-6, strikeout 11. Called strike 3 on Cameron, and that will do it. Fourth strikeout for Anderson. 3 up and 3 down. And we go to the bottom of the second. The Reds are 5 games under 500. But they are only 4 games back of Pittsburgh for second place in the National League Central. They got to win games. Leading off for the D-backs is the catcher, Damian Miller. 270 average, 11 homers, 47 RBIs. Played about half the games for the Diamondbacks in 99. Parris, 4-3, range play at the park. Bank 1, 2-3. It's a grounder to short. It's a range play for Barry Larkin. Who else could it be? His range is a 4, but he won't get it. It's a base hit. Damian Miller will get the single. Tough play there for Larkin. And here's the shortstop, Andy Fox. 255 average, 6 homers, 99 RBIs. Infield a double play. Miller not a threat to really do anything. And Parris will pitch. 3-4 against the lefty. It's a blank. Fox, 2-1. Line out to second base. That's an even number on the D20. That's just going to be a line out to second. No chance for double play. Out number 1. House rule. If it was an odd number, I would roll for a DP. That'll bring up the pitcher, Brian Anderson. He had a 132 average, and he had a home run with 2 RBIs, so he can hit the ball out. 1 out here, bottom of the second, 2-1 D-back. Strategy roll from Miller. And that's a 20. Parris throws to first, and nope, Miller will get back. Now Parris will pitch. Parris, 1-5, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is the first strikeout for Parris. He had 86 of them in 99. Also not really a strikeout pitcher. 2 down, here's Womack. He's 0 for 1. Mark Lewis, born in Tennessee, played high school in Hamilton near Cincinnati. Okay. Miller on it first, and he'll stay there. Parris, 3-4 against the lefty. It's a blank. Womack, 1-4, base hit into right field. Miller with 2 outs, base runner 3. A single to right, -1 makes him a 2, and he will hold at second base. So he holds at second. Keep the inning going, a base hit for Womack. And it'll bring up Bell. Bell is 0 for 1. Strategy rolls. Nothing happening. Parris will deal. 4-2. Possible error. Bell, 5-3. And that's going to be an infield single to short. Larkin's error rating is a 5. That's a 9. He's not going to throw it. He's going to hold on to it. That's just going to be an infield hit. So a base hit, infield single for Bell. And now the bases are loaded for Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez got a single his first time up. Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Bank One Ballpark. Bases loaded, Parris on the mound. And right now, the fans at Bank One know that if Parris makes a mistake, Gonzalez is probably putting that into the desert. Strategy roll. That's a 9. Nothing happening. By the way, the roof would be closed on a night here in June. Parris will pitch. 3-3. Strikeout. No. Gonzalez. 5-3. And it's a fly ball to center field. Mike Cameron will go ahead and get to that. Makes the catch and retires the side. No runs, 3 hits. Diamondbacks leave them loaded, but they still have a 2-1 lead after 2. We go to the top of the third. And leading off is the pitcher, Steve Parris. He had a 158 average and 4 RBIs. That's pretty good stats. Anything 150 and higher for a pitcher in the National League really isn't too bad. Anderson, 5-4 at the blank. Parris, 1-2. That's a ground out to short, handled easily by Fox. And Fox will throw it over for the out. Here's Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, and he's 0 for 1. Anderson will deal. Anderson, 5-2. It's a blank. Reese, 6-2, and grounded to second base. Easy play for Jay Bell. And he'll toss it over for the out, 2 down. Here's Hammonds. Hammonds got a single his first time up. 109 RBI. Yeah, that's pretty hot. Yeah, the roof would be closed today. Anderson, 1-2 against the righty, walk, but the 16 is high. Hammonds, 6-2. It's a fly ball to left. Luis Gonzalez will get to that one and put it away and retire the side. 1-2-3, go the Reds. We go to the bottom of the third. Matt Williams leads off for the Snakes. He hit a 2-run bomb his first time up. Parris will pitch. Parris, 5-4. Strikeout, no. Williams, 2-6, and it's grounded to short. And this time, Barry Larkin will have no problem with that one. And over to first it goes. Here's Finley. Finley got a double his first time up. Parris will pitch. 3-1. Strikeout, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Parris. That's out number 2. And now Lee is 0 for 1. Parris will pitch. Parris, 2-6. Home run chance. 10 is too high. Lee, 6-2, and it's a ground ball to first. That'll be handled by Sean Casey, and he'll take it to the bag himself. And that's a nice inning for Parris. He needed it. 1-2-3, and that retires the side. 2-1 D-backs after 3. On to the fourth, and it will be Sean Casey leading off for the Natty, and he's 0 for 1. Anderson, he will deal. Anderson, 1-1, range play. Casey, 5-1, against the lefty. It's a fly ball to center field. That's going to be a range play for Finley. He wasn't bad. His range was a 4, and he'll get it. Out number 1. Nice play by Finley to take a possible hit away from Casey. 1 down. Here comes Vaughn. Vaughn got a single his first time up. He can belt him out. Anderson will deal. Anderson, 4-5 against the righty. It's a blank. Vaughn, 4-6, and it's a base hit. Vaughn hits that pass short, and the Reds, and that's his second hit of the ball game. Here comes Larkin. Larkin 0 for 1, infield set for double play. Vaughn had 15 steals, and he is not going. Anderson, 1-5, possible error. Larkin, 2-6, and it's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Williams. His error rating is a 5. That's a 17. He's not going to make an error. 2-2-3. Second base pivot. Bell is 0. A 1-3 is a double play. And they will get it. Side retired. 5-4-3 double play. No runs and a hit. For the Reds, we go to the bottom of the fourth. Damian Miller leads off for the Diamondbacks. He got a single his first time up. Parris will pitch. Parris, 3-2. Hit by pitch. Yes. Plunk. Ouch. He will hit Miller. And Miller will trot the first hit batter of the game. And now the batter is Fox. Fox is 0 for 1, infield set for double play. Miller did not have any steals. I don't think he's going to do anything. He won't. Parris, 5-1. That's a blank. Fox, 1-6 against the righty. It's a base hit right past second base. Miller will hold at second. He will not get the third. He does not really have that much speed. So now runners at first and second with no one out. The batter is Anderson. I think the corners are going to come in expecting the bunt. So we'll see what happens here. Strategy roll. And yeah, we're going to have a bunt. So Anderson's going to bunt it wrong. Parris will pitch. Parris, 3-4. Against the switch left, it's a blank, so the bunt is on. Brian Anderson bunts it to the pitcher. That's a 16. His attempt rating will be a 3. And that's a 16, and the lead runner is going to get thrown out. Bunted right to Parris. He's got it. Throws to third to get Miller. And runners will advance one base. So that bunt does not work. Lead runner thrown out. And that will now, so that goes as a fielder's choice. And the batter now will be Womack. Womack 1 for 2 with a single. Infield back to double play depth. Diamondbacks lead 2-1, bottom of the fourth. Important game here, really, for pretty much both teams. Strategy, that's a 19. Womack gets the bunt sign, but he'll swing. Parris, 2-3, it's a blank. Womack, 4-1, and against the righty, it's a ground ball to third. Now let's see where that ball was hit to. And that is hit right at the third. Did that hit right at the third baseman? No, that's actually going to be in the hole. So double play chance will go second to first. So 1-1-2. Second base pivot. Reese is 0. 1-2. It's a double play, and they will not get it. The only play he had was the first. Slow roller in the hole, and the only play that Lewis had was to make sure he got Womack out, 2 down. So the throw goes to first. Now 2 outs. There's Bell. So that goes as a grounder to third. Bell is 1 for 2 with a single. 2 outs. Runners at second and third for the D-backs. Parris looking in at Bell. Strategy, and nothing happening. Parris, 6-3. Home run result. That ball is put right over the plate, and Bell is going to get all of that one, too. Kaboom! That ball is high, that ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Home run, J. Bell. Stadium cheers. Yay! Three-run bomb by Bell. It is now 5-1 Diamondbacks. Jay Bell had 38 home runs that year. Yes, very capable of putting a ball out. So now 5-1 in favor of the D-backs. The batter is Gonzalez. They're going to talk to Parris on the mound. Red bullpen, not active just yet. But we'll see what Brian B. wants to do. I haven't seen him in the chat here lately. So 2 outs. Parris will pitch. Parris, 6-2. Strikeout, no. Gonzalez, 4-3. And it's ground ball to second base, handled by Pokey Reese. And he will toss it over and retire the side. 3 runs, 2 hits, and a hit batter, and a 3-run bomb by Jay Bell. 5-1 Diamondbacks after 4. We go to the 5th. And it will be Mark Lewis leading off for the Redlegs. And he's 0 for 1. Anderson will deal. Anderson, 6-1. Error on a throw. Lewis, 2-6. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to right field. An easy play for Womack. And he gets it for out number 1. Here's Taubensee. He's 0 for 1. Anderson will settle in. And 5-5. That's a blank. Taubensee, 5-3. And against the lefty, that's going to be a base hit. He'll hit that one past second base. And Taubensee gets a hit for the Reds. And he'll hold it first. And the batter is Cameron. Cameron is 0 for 1. Anderson will go ahead and deal here. 1 out. Infield is set for double play. Anderson, strategy roll, and Taubman Z stays put. Anderson, 6-4 against the righty. Home run result, but the 17 is high. Cameron, 1-5. It's a fly ball to center field. Easy play there for Finley, and that is out number 2. And now Brian B says pinch hit, so he wants to get Parris out of there now. So Steve Parris was due to bat. He says pinch hit, so Parris coming out of the game. He'll leave with the L. And let's see who he wants. And he says he wants, who do you want to pick? Young? Dimitri Young. Coming on to pinch hit for the Reds is going to be Dimitri Young. 300 average, 14 homers, 56 RBIs. That's a good year. Dimitri Young, pretty much a starter. So I guess he was on the bench for here. 2 outs, 5-1 Diamondbacks. Anderson will go ahead and pitch. Strategy roll first, and nothing on the 10. Anderson, 2-1. That's at the park. Bank One Ballpark, 3-1, and that's a fly ball to center field. That'll be easily handled by Finley, and he will come under it, get it, and end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Reds. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be Gabe White. 1 win, 2 losses, a 4.43 ERA in 99. As Brian B wants Gabe White to come in. So Gabe White will pitch, and it will be Matt Williams leading off. White can pitch to 5. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-1 Diamondbacks. White will pitch. White, 3-3. That's a blank. Williams, 1-5. And that is a fly to left. Easy play there for Greg Vaughn. And that's out number 1. Next batter is Finley. Finley is 1 for 2. White will go ahead and pitch. White, 6-3, range play. Finley, a 1-3. That's a fly ball to right field. Jeffrey Hammond's going after that. His range is a 4. He's not getting that one, and that's going to be a base hit. So Finley hits a single to right, and that's Finley's second hit of the ball game. And now the batter is Lee, infield set for double play. Yeah, I really don't. I think my Mets really just don't have it this year. Finley on it first. Strategy roll, nothing on the 7. White will pitch. 5-6, strikeout, no. Lee, 3-2, and it's a ground ball to short. They turn it. 1-1-2. Second base, pivot, Reese, 0. 1-2, it's a double play. They got it. Side retired. 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Diamondbacks, but still 5-1 after 5. On to the top of the 6th. And Anderson, he's got still left in the tank. Pokey Reese leads off for the Reds. He's 0 for 2. 5-1 Diamondbacks here at Bank One Ballpark. Anderson, 4-6. It's at the park. Bank One Ballpark. 2-5. That's powered into center field. That's a 17. And that's going to stay up there. Center fielder Steve Finley's going to have enough room. He's going to get it and make the catch for the out. With the roof being closed, there was no wind, and it looked like it couldn't get out of there. Here's Hammonds. Hammonds 1 for 2 with a single. Anderson, 5-5. That's a blank. Hammonds, 2-2, and a fly to left. Luis Gonzalez will nab that one, 2 away. And now Casey at the bat. He's 0 for 2. Anderson will go ahead and pitch. Anderson, 5-1, strikeout 12. No, Mighty Casey has not struck out. 2-1, but Mighty Casey does fly out, and that's going over to Gonzalez, and he will go ahead and get it, make the catch, and there is still no joy in Mudville. We go to the bottom of the sixth. 1, 2, 3, go the Reds. Does Gabe White still pitch? He can pitch to 2 more batters there, Brian B. Damian Miller leads off for Zona. He is 1 for 1. Singleton got hit by a pitch. So does Brian B want to keep Gabe White in there? He says yes. White will deal. He can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. White, 4-5. Error on a throw. Miller, 6-6. And that's a hard line out right to first. Pop right into Casey's glove, and that's out number 1. Here's Fox. 1 for 2, he is. Andy Fox, who always seemed to be in the lineup every time Fox Sports did a baseball game. Imagine that. White, 6-5. Strikeout plus 10. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. White had 61 strikeouts in 99. And now the batter is Anderson. Anderson can pitch for 3 more batters before he tires. He's pitching a gem here. I think I let him bat and let him pitch the 7th. This is 99, not 2025. And now White is tired. White will pitch. White, 4-6. Walk, no. Anderson, a 1-3, and he popped it up to short. And that's going to be an easy play there for Larkin. And Larkin will grab it and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Diamondbacks. Still holding on to a 5-1 lead. We go to the 7th, rapidly moving ball game so far. Leading off for the Reds will be Greg Vaughn. He is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Anderson hasn't gotten them out. Anderson, 6-4 against the righty. Home run result, and he's still not getting them out. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Home run, Greg Vaughn. Solo bomb for Vaughn. He had 45 bombs in 99. No surprise he hits one out there. That was just an absolute grapefruit pitch by Anderson, and Vaughn turned that into fruit salad. Now 5-2. And now the batter is Larkin. Anderson will pitch to him still. Anderson, 4-1 against the righty. Strikeout, no. Larkin, 1-4, and that's flied to center field, but he'll stay in the park. And Steve Finley is going to make the catch for out number 1. Next up is Lewis. Lewis is the batter. Anderson will go ahead and pitch. Anderson, 6-5, hit by pitch, no. Lewis, 1-3, and a pop fly ball to short. And Andy Fox is going to make the catch for out number 2. Anderson is now tired. They're going to let him try to finish the inning. Here's Talbinzy. Talbinzy is 1 for 2. 2 minutes. 2 minute out. Top of the 7th inning. 5-2 D-backs. Anderson with the pitch. 1-2 against the lefty. It's a blank. Talbinzy, 6-6, and that is going to be a ground ball to third. Getting up with that will be Williams. Williams will make the play, toss it over, and he will retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, a solo bomb by Greg Vaughn. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next matchup will be tomorrow night. It'll be June 24th. So Chuck Rawlings is not going to miss a game tomorrow night. And because we're going to be at Kauffman Stadium as the Detroit Tigers take on the Kansas City Royals. Nelson Cruz will be going for the Tigers, and Kevin Apier will be going for the Royals. Both these teams are at the bottom of the barrel right now in the American League Central, but maybe something can turn around. Tigers and the Royals. That will be tomorrow night here on the network. Oh, geez. How did these get here? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Nothing to see here. Sorry. Nothing to see here, guys. Sorry. Nothing to see here. I don't know how in the world those got on the I don't know how in the world those things got on the board. Bottom of the seventh here, 5-2 Diamondbacks. Top of the order is Tony Womack. Gabe White is tired. So the question is, who does Brian B want to bring up? And let's see here. We got Tony Womack. So who you want to bring in there, Brian B? Robert being Ron Poppy for inside pitch. You guys didn't see anything there, I hope. He says Reyes. So White coming out, and we're going to see Reyes. Let's see who it is. He's in here someplace, I think. And that is, let's see here. Reyes, he says. Let's see. Is he in the one? Yeah. Coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be Dennis Reyes. 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 saves, a 3.79 ERA. Reyes will come in to pitch. For those of you that missed what was just on the board, you may want to turn the when you get a chance, you may want to turn the replay maybe a few minutes. I'm surprised none of you said anything in the chat about what was on the board. I'm very disappointed in you guys. Reyes will pitch. Reyes, 1-3, walk plus, ball 4. First thing he does is walk Womack. So he'll walk Womack. Reyes can pitch to 4 before tiring. And now the batter is Bell. Bell is 2 for 3, a single and a 3-run bomb. Infield double play. Strategy rolls are still on. And nothing on the 18. Actually, Bell gets the bunt sign. He says, "You kidding me? I'm swinging away here." Womack on at first. Reyes will pitch. Reyes, 3-4. Range play. Bell, 1-2. Against the lefty. That's a walk. That's going to be an automatic walk. And Bell will trot to first. He walked a lot against lefties. So he will trot to first. So 2 walks in a row now, given up by Reyes. And here's Gonzalez. As he couldn't see when you were sitting. Well, you'll have to maybe turn the... you may have to go ahead and turn the, as I said, the replay back a few around the 7th inning stretch. I don't know how I'm surprised nobody said anything. Either you guys really weren't watching. I don't know, but you kind of missed it. That's okay. You're going to see it again anyway. Runners at first and second. Gonzalez the batter. Gonzalez is 1 for 3 with a single. Womack on at second, Bell on at first. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 4. Reyes will pitch. Reyes, 2-4. Against the lefty, strikeout plus, got him. They'll get Gonzalez on a K. Reyes had 72 strikeouts. In 99, he had 38 walks that year, too. And now here's Williams. Williams is 1 for 3 with a bomb. Reyes will go ahead and deal. Strategy roll first. And Womack he'll stay put. That was a 6. Nothing happening. Reyes will go ahead and deal. Reyes, 3-4. Range play. Williams, 4-4. Ground ball to short. That ball is at the Larkin. They are a double play depth. Larkin's range is a 4, but a double play depth, it's a 3. And he will not get it. That's going to be a base hit. Womack, a base running rating of 4. That'll be good enough for him to score. Womack will score. Bell, pass short. He will hold at second. And Williams goes to first. The Diamondbacks now lead at 6-2. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Williams. And now Reyes is tired. And now the batter is Finley. Does Brian B. want to make any moves with Reyes? He says Sullivan. So Reyes coming out of the game. And the Reds will go to a new pitcher. And it will be Scott. Nope, not Williamson. He said Sullivan. That'll be Scott Sullivan. 5 wins, 4 losses, 3 saves, a 3.01 ERA in 99. Sullivan is now the 4th Reds pitcher. And he can pitch to 6. So Scott Sullivan will now take over for the Natty. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, 6-2 Diamondbacks. Strategy rolls are now off. Sullivan, 1-6, range play. Finley, 3-5, base hit center field, but it's a range play for Cameron. He was excellent. His range is a 5, and he makes the catch. It's out number 2. Bell, base runner 3, hit to center, -1. Cameron is 0 arm. A 1-2, Bell will take third, and he won't. Bell will stay at second base, and now there are 2 down. And now the batter is Lee, and Lee is 0 for 3. Bell on it, second. Williams on it, first. 2 outs. Strategy pitch from Sullivan. 3-3, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. And the inning is done. So 1 run on 1 hit and a couple of walks. Sullivan had 78 strikeouts in 99. But that's going to do it there. Diamondbacks now lead at 6-2 after 7. Top of the 8th. Brian Anderson is tired. Mike Cameron to lead off for the Reds. He's 0 for 2. And Cameron hits lefties a little better. I think that's going to be it for Anderson. Brian Anderson coming out of the game. Diamondbacks will go to the bullpen. So we'll see a new pitcher for the Diamondbacks, and they're going to go with... Coming on to pitch will be Darren Sherlock Holmes. 4 wins, 3 losses, a 3.70 ERA. In 99, Holmes will go ahead and take over. Anderson does leave with the W. So Darren Holmes, elementary, will go ahead and pitch to Cameron. Top of the 8th, 6-2. Holmes, 6-5, strikeout, got him. It'll get Cameron. Holmes had 35 strikeouts in 99. Need a pinch hitter. And he says Morris pinch hit for Sullivan. So Sullivan coming out of the game. And it will be Hal Morris. 284 average, no homers, 16 RBIs. And he says Williamson will be the next pitcher, so I'll put him out now. So Scott Williamson will be the next pitcher for the Reds. So Holmes will pitch to Morris. 6-2 Diamondbacks. And Holmes will pitch. Holmes, 6-1. That's a blank. Morris, 3-2. And it's grounded to third. Easily picked up there by Williams. And that's out number 2. Top of the order, here's Reese. Reese is 0 for 3. Kind of think he's due for a hit. Holmes will pitch. Holmes, 1-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Reese, 6-3, and it's a base hit. Reese will hit that one pass short, and that'll keep the inning alive. I said he was due, and he is, and I'll get a hit there. Holmes can pitch to 5 before tiring, and now here's Hammonds. Hammonds 1 for 3 with a single. 2 down. Diamondbacks have a 4-run lead. Strategy rolls are off. Holmes, 2-4. Error on a grounder. Hammonds, 1-4 against the righty. It is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Williams. His error rating is a 5. That's a 4. That's an error. I think it looked like it handcuffed Matt Williams, and that keeps the inning going. That's going to be an E5. And the first error on the Diamondbacks. They did have a game. They did have an error in the game in real life. So that's going to be an error on Williams. Didn't make many of them, but he'll make one there. And now a chance for Casey. Casey is 0 for 3. Has a little home run power. Home run gets the Reds back in this game. Holmes goes ahead and gets the sign from Miller. Holmes will pitch. Holmes, 1-4 against the lefty. Strikeout plus 10. Becomes a set. Yep, he got him. Cold strike 3 on Casey, and the inning is over. Big strikeout by Holmes. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. And the Reds maybe had a chance there, but could not get it done. Casey should have swung at that. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Damian Miller leads off for Zona. He is 1 for 2. Singleton got hit by a pitch. New pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds is Scott Williamson. 12 wins, 7 losses, 19 saves, a 2.41 ERA. That's a pretty good year. So Scott Williamson will pitch, and he can pitch to 6. So Williamson will go ahead, and he will pitch. Williamson, 2-2, strikeout plus, got him. Williamson will wrap him up on a K. He had 107 of them in 93 innings pitched, so he averaged at least 1 strikeout per inning. Next up is Fox. Fox is 1 for 3 with a single. Williamson will deal. Williamson, 6-6 against the lefty. Walk plus, that will be a walk. He will walk Andy Fox. And Williamson had 37 walks in it. Vita Productions joins us here at Bank One Ballpark. Infield goes to double play. Darren Holmes coming out of the game. And we'll see a pinch hitter for the Diamondbacks. And it is going to be... They're going to go with Bernard Gilkey. 294 average, 8 homers, 39 RBIs. Gilkey will pinch hit for the pitcher. 6-2 Diamondbacks. Got an insurance run on first. Williamson, 5-5, possible error. Gilkey, 1-3 against a righty. That's going to be an infield single to short. Barry Larkin's error rating is a 5. That's a 14. He's not going to make a throwing error instead. He'll eat it, and it's an infield single. So an infield hit for Gilkey. Now runners at first and second for Womack. Bernard innocent till proven guilty. Oh, God. You've been watching baseball demos too much. I should give... God. I have no choice. I give both of you guys the block dragon. 6-2. Runners at first and second. Womack now the batter. He is 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Williamson trying to keep this game where it is, but right now the Diamondbacks have some other plans. I don't care if it was Chris Berman. You still get the block dragon. Williamson, 4-1. That's a blank. He's not tired. Womack, 2-5. Base hit past short. That'll be a single, and that'll score Fox. So Fox will score. Gilkey, he will hold at second base with 1 out. Womack goes to first. It's 7-2 Diamondbacks. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Womack. And now runners at first and second, still only 1 out. The batter is Bell. And Bell is 2 for 3, a single and a bomb. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Diamondbacks now have a 7-2 lead. Williamson, 6-1, error on a grounder. Bell, 3-1. That's powered into center field. That's a 6, and that's going to be a base hit to center field. Gilkey, base runner 4. Single to center, +1 will make him a 5 to score, and he will. And he will. Gilkey will come around to score. Womack will reach third. Bell trying for second, and he will be safe. And that's going to be an RBI double for Bell. Stadium cheers. Yay! And it is now 8-2 in favor of the Diamondbacks. And now Gonzalez. Williamson not tired yet. 1 for 4 is Gonzalez. But now an 8-2 Diamondback lead. And the infield, I don't know. Do you still play it in? You're down by 6 runs. I think if you're the Reds, they're probably going to take this on the chin. But you know what? Let's be competitive. Let's bring them in. Williamson will go ahead and pitch. Williamson 4-1. That's a blank. He is not. He will be tired after Gonzalez. Gonzalez 6-5, and that is a ground ball to short. Grounded to short. That's going to be grounded to short. Womack has a base running rating of 4, becomes a 2 with the infield in. I'm going to go ahead and send him, and I'm going to let Brian B take the choice. Throw to the plate, or take the shore out at first. Throw to the plate or take the shore out at first. I'll give it to Brian B. Says throw to the plate. Womack's base running rating will be a 2. A 1 or 2 will be safe. A 3, 4, or 5 he is out. A 6, you have another choice. That is a 6. You have another choice. Now, you can still throw to the plate, okay? But now his base running rating is a 4, all right? If you can still throw to the plate, and now a 1 to 4, this is a house rule, okay? Or you can take the shore out at first, and he scores. Plate still. All right. So a 1 to 4, he'll be safe. 5 to 6, he's out. Gonzalez makes it to first anyway. Bell does go to third no matter what. And he's safe. So Womack will come in to score. Bell will go to third. Gonzalez goes to first, and it is 9-2 Diamondbacks. That is a house rule that I use, and I think it actually makes sense. Stadium cheers. Yay! So that goes as a fielder's choice, but not an out. And now runners are the corners. And now Williamson is tired. He says let him pitch. So now 9-2 D-backs, and here's Williams. Williams is 2 for 4, a double, a single, and a bomb. Infield's going to go back to double play depth. Bell on it third, Gonzalez on it first. Now 9-2 Diamondbacks. Williamson will pitch. Williamson 3-1. Home run chance. The 4 is good. Against the righty, Williams needs a 15. Does Williams hit his second bomb of the game? Oh, yeah. Kaboom! That ball is pretty high. That ball is pretty deep. That ball is pretty gone. Home run, Matt Williams. Stadium cheers. Yay! 3-run bomb by Matt Williams, his second of the game. And the Diamondbacks now take a 12-2 lead. And that's going to be it for Williamson. He's coming out. I don't care off that one. You got to get him out of there. 12-2 Diamondbacks. Williamson is done. I'm taking him out automatically. He's done. And I'm going to bring in a new pitcher for the Reds. And we're going to go, let's see. Next batter is Finley. And Finley, and coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be Ron Vallone. 9 wins, 7 losses, 2 saves, a 4.23 ERA. More of a starter than reliever, but in this situation, I'm just going to let him come in to pitch. So Vallone will pitch to Finley. And 1 out, still in the bottom of the 8th. Now 12-2 Diamondbacks. And Vallone can pitch to 9 batters. Vallone will go ahead and pitch. I don't know, is that how you pronounce it? Vallone or Vallone? I'm not 100% sure. Vallone, 6-1. Walk plus ball 4. And right now, the Red bullpen just can't get anything done right. Malone had 71 walks in 99. Now the batter is Lee. And Lee is 0 for 4. Still 1 out, bottom of the 8th. D-backs all over the Reds today. Malone will pitch. 4-3. Pitcher result. That 3 is going to be a base hit right past the pitcher and up into the outfield. Finley will not go to third. He'll hold at second base. And right now, the Diamondbacks are just pouring it on the Reds. As the Diamondbacks have now batted around. Here's Miller. Miller struck out his first time up in this inning. Infield a double play. Malone will go ahead and deal. Malone, 6-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Miller, 2-5. Ground ball to first. Let's see if they get out the inning. 2-1-1. Shortstop pivot. Larkin, 0. The only way they get a double play is on a 1. And they got it. Side retired. So a 3-6-3 double play finally ends it. But damage was definitely done there. So 6 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, a walk, a couple of walks, a 3-run bomb by Matt Williams is second of the game, and the Diamondbacks have a 12-2 lead here after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Top of the 9th coming up. Diamondbacks lead at 12-2. Greg Vaughn leads off for the Reds. Diamondbacks need a pitcher. And they're going to go ahead and bring in Vladimir Nunez. 7 wins, 10 losses, a save, a 4.06 ERA. Nunez really coming in for a hold. So Vladimir Nunez, he can pitch to 5. And he'll go up against Vaughn. 12-2 Diamondbacks. Nunez will pitch. 1-2, strikeout. Got him. They'll go ahead and get Vaughn. Vaughn was 3 for 3. He had 2 singles and a bomb, but he won't get one here. And that is 1 out. Next up is Larkin. Larkin is 0 for 3. He's had a rough night. Nunez will pitch. Nunez, 6-6. Against the righty, it's an automatic out. And it will be a fly to center field. Easy play for Finley. And Finley takes it for out number 2. And now you said Boone for Lewis. So Mark Lewis coming out. And coming on to pinch hit for the Reds is going to be Aaron Boone. Everybody's favorite Yankee manager. 280 average, 14 homers, 72 RBIs in 99. And he will take over at third if this game goes any further. So Nunez will pitch to Boone. Fans here at Bank One Ballpark have enjoyed a blowout. Nunez, 3-1, range play. Boone, 2-2, ground ball to short. That ball is at the Fox. Fox's range is a 3. And he's got it. Nice play by Fox. He picks it up and gets it. Pumps once, pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. The Diamondbacks blow out the Reds tonight, 12-2. Stadium cheers. Yay! And this game does not belong to the Reds. So the Diamondbacks will get the win here, 12-2 over the Reds. The Diamondbacks will now go to 41-29. The Reds dropped to 30-36. They did have a winning record historically in 99. They got work to do. Final line score coming up. For the Diamondbacks, 12 runs, 15 hits, 1 error. For the Reds, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Brian Anderson, who'll wind up with the win. Steve Parris does take a tough loss. And Holmes did allow a run, but Nunez is going to get a hold here. So a win for the Diamondbacks as they will beat the Reds tonight. 10-minute ticker is next. So don't go away. Hey, wait a minute. Get off the board, you guys. You guys aren't supposed to be on the board right now. What are you doing? What are you trying to do? Show these guys in the chat what might be coming up? Come on, guys. Get off the board. You guys don't need to be on there. You didn't see anything, guys. Sorry. These things wanted to give you a teaser for what might be coming up this week. But you didn't see anything. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. Ernest Cruz says you have no idea what it was. Well, when you replay it and you take a look, you'll make, and it's not going to be the first time I'm going to be teasing those things, so you'll see them. Brought to you by FastScore. So the Reds go ahead and get blown out by the Diamondbacks. Let's see how the rest of the Rangers go. June 21st, Texas at Boston. Rangers 1241, that is 5. Red Sox 856, that is 7, a win for the Bo Sox. Seattle at Cleveland. Mariners 842, and that's 5. Indians 1244, that's 6, another win for the Tribe. Oakland at Detroit. Oakland 1116, that is 3. Tigers 712, and that's 1, a win for the Athletics. Tampa Bay at Minnesota. Tampa Bay 744, and that is 5 for the Devil Rays. Twins 553, and that is also 5, and they're going to extras. Should say powered by FastScore. You know, I should say that. Powered sounds actually better. Let's see. Tampa Bay rolls a 6 plus 1 is 7. Minnesota rolls a 4 plus 0. That will be a win for the Devil Rays. Kansas City at Toronto. Royals 1446. That is 7. Blue Jays 2132, and that's 6. That's a win for the Royals. Milwaukee at the Giants. Brewers 1425. That's 4. Giants 1055, that is 7. Win for the G-Men. Astros and the Cardinals. Astros 823, 3 runs. Cardinals 1045, 6 runs. The win for the Redbirds. On to June 22nd, Boston at Baltimore. Red Sox 915, that is 2. Orioles 866, that's 10, a win for them. Minnesota at the White Sox. Twins 616, that's 2. White Sox 1253, 7 runs for them. They'll win. Detroit at Kansas City. Tigers 644, 5 runs. Royals 1224 and 4 runs to win for the Cats. Anaheim at Seattle. Angels 511, that's 0. Mariners 1234 and 5. They'll get that win. Yankees at the Devil Rays. Yankees 1526, that's 5. Devil Rays 515, and that's 1. It's a win for the Yanks. Oakland at the Rangers. Athletics 10-34, 4 runs. Rangers 11-54, and that is 7 runs, a win for the Rangers. Cleveland at Toronto. Indians 17-61, and that's 10. Blue Jays 16-66, that's 13. Blue Jays get the win. Reds and the Diamondbacks. Reds 9-21, that is 3. Diamondbacks 7-24, that is also 3, and they're going to extras. Reds roll a 1, -2 is a -1. I don't have to go any further than that. That's going to be a win for the Diamondbacks. Expos and the Braves. Expos 4-25, and that is 2. Braves 11-63, and that is 9. It's a win for the Braves, dang it. Cubs and the Rockies. Cubs 15-34, and that is 6. Rockies 15-15, and that is 3. It's a win for the Cubs. Padres and the Dodgers. Padres 8-13, that's 1. Dodgers 6-63, and that is 7. Win for the Dodgers. Marlins and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? Marlins 3-15, and that's 1. Mets 13-21, and that is 3. And my Mets will get a happy recap. Pirates and the Phillies. Pirates 11-65, that's 10. Phillies 9-43, that's 5. Rays the Jolly Roger. Milwaukee at San Francisco. Brewers 11-26, that is 4. Giants 12-11, that's 1. That's a win for the Brew Crew. Astros and the Cardinals. Astros 14-14, that is 3. Cardinals 5-64, that's 7. Another win for the Redbirds. On to June 23rd, Boston at Baltimore. Red Sox 8-24, that is 3. Orioles 4-46, and that's 4. That's a win for the O's. Minnesota at the White Sox. Twins 3-34, 3 runs. White Sox 12-15, and that's 3 runs, and they're going to extras. Minnesota rolls a 5 plus 0. White Sox roll a 3 plus 2 is 5. That's a tie, which means the White Sox will win by virtue of home field. Detroit at Kansas City. Tigers 12-14. That is 2. We have these 2 tomorrow, by the way. Royals 11-63. That is 9. A win for the Royals. Anaheim at Seattle. Anaheim 5-12. That's 0. Mariners 9-12. That's 1. Jeez, just barely got it. But that's a win for the M's. Yankees at the Devil Rays. Yankees 15-56. That is 9. Devil Rays 6-43. That's 4. That's a win for the Bronx Bombers. Oakland at the Rangers. A's 14-14. And that's 3. Rangers 12-52. And that is 7. A win for the Rangers. Cleveland at Toronto. Indians 15-16, and that's 3. Blue Jays 12-41, and that's 5. A win for the Jays. Reds and the Diamondbacks. Reds 10-54, that is 7. Diamondbacks 11-56, that is 8. And the Diamondbacks sweep the Reds tonight. Expos and the Braves. Expos 0-26, and that's 2. Braves 13-46, and that is 7. That's a win for the Bravos. My Mets just can't catch them. I'm tied with them, but I just can't catch them. Can't get over the hump. Cubs and the Rockies. Cubs 10-53, and that is 7. Rockies 15-24, and that's 4. That's a win for the Cubs. Padres and the Dodgers. Padres 4-63 at 7. Dodgers 744, that is 5. And the Friars will get the win. Marlins and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? Marlins 445, that's 4. Mets 14-11, that's 1. That's a bad loss. And the Mets are gonna be back to a game back of the Braves. Pirates and the Phillies. Pirates 1051, and that is 6. Phillies 954, that's 7, a win for the Phils. If anything, it really was a race between the Braves and the Mets in 99. Brewers and the Giants. Brewers 834, and that is 4. Giants 1021, and that is 3. That's a win for the Brew Crew. Astros and the Cardinals. Astros 1361, that's 8. Cardinals 613, and that is 1. And that's a win for the Stros. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be June 24th. We will be at Kauffman Stadium as the Detroit Tigers take on the Kansas City Royals. Nelson Cruz will be going for the Tigers, and Kevin Appier will be going for the Royals. Both teams are at the bottom of the American League Central trying to get a win. Tigers and the Royals tomorrow night here on the network. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, These things just keep getting on the camera. Can't let you see these things yet. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Arizona Diamondbacks bite the Reds and give them a healthy dose of venom. They destroy them tonight, 12-2. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.